Hi, my name is Sarah and my channel is knottygnome Crafts. Thank you so much for joining me today. It's vlogtober, so I'm posting a new video every day in the month of October, and today's video is going to be a small Wawak haul and also my Needlesharp unboxing for October. So if that interests you, please stay tuned. Before we get started, I am wearing a self-drafted top that I made back in 2018. This is just a simple boxy top with a little bit of a soft V neckline. It has a facing, and the fabric that I used is from Rifle Paper Company. It's one of their rayons, and yeah, I really like this top. So, quick story before I get into the Wawak haul. The reason that I needed to make this purchase is because I was working on a collab project, and I'm almost was finished with it, and I just needed to insert the elastic into the casing. And I usually have a stock of elastic on hand so that I don't have to run out and buy elastic for every project. I just keep it in my stash. So I went to my elastic stash and went to pull out the correct size of elastic, and I did not have enough to use for my collab project. So that was really frustrating because, of course, if I had known that before I had sewn the garment, I could have altered the size of the casing so to accommodate, an elastic that I actually had in my stash, but I didn't do that. So I needed to go online and order some more elastic. So I went to Wawak, and they have their, I think it's their $5.95 flat rate shipping. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I had flat rate shipping, but I didn't want to just buy that one thing. So I went ahead and purchased a few other things that I needed that I was low on. So first I got the elastic. It's 3/4 inch and 12 yards. So hopefully this should last me for a little while. And then I also purchased a bunch of sewing machine needles. I bought both ballpoint and universal in a couple different sizes. And for my machine, every machine's different, but for my machine, I've used both Schmetz and organ needles, and I have found that the organ needles work just fine in my sewing machines, and they're a little bit cheaper than the Schmetz, so I went ahead and bought a bunch of organ needles. And then the final thing that I bought was a replacement tracing wheel, because the original tracing wheel that I had purchased way back when I began sewing, in 2005, it finally broke the other week, and so I needed a new tracing wheel. So I just got the same kind that I had originally, because I figure if it lasted me that long, that this one should last me a good 10 years or so at least. So yeah, now I have another tracing wheel. So that was it for my Wawak haul, and let's just move on to my Needlesharp box. So this month I got the Sew Essential box, and the theme was blazers. And the pattern that I received was the Avid Seamstress the Blazer. So I have never used this pattern company before. So if you have any experience with them, please leave me a comment and let me know what you think of the pattern company. And definitely if you've made this blazer, I would love to see it and let me know about your experience with it. So this blazer, I'm not going to read the whole description, but it says it has a relaxed fit, features shoulder darts, front pockets, paneled sleeves, and it's fully lined. It's a great intro to tailoring, and it's aimed at intermediate seamstresses. You'll learn key skills such as constructing and sewing a blazer collar, setting in paneled sleeves, and putting together a fully lined garment. And it looks like there are no closures on this. So the sizing goes from 0 to 8, and that's their proprietary sizing. It says here that it's a UK 6 up to UK 22. And the bust measurement goes from 32.5 up to 48, and the hips go from 34.5 up to 51. And I'll just quickly show you the back of the cover here so you can see it for yourself. And it can be made in a variety of fabrics. So the fabric that I chose for my blazer is called a navy chevron Shetland flannel. It's 100% cotton, and it's 44 inches wide. And this fabric is interesting. It feels a little bit thin to me. I think that this blazer is definitely going to be a lighter weight blazer that might be more appropriate for spring or summer, but just because it's so thin. But it does look and feel like a heavier fabric, like a wool, even though it's cotton, so that is interesting. And then the box doesn't say what kind of fabric this is, but it feels like this is just your standard acetate type lining. To be perfectly honest, it doesn't feel that nice to me. I usually like to use Bemberg Rayon for my linings because I just feel like it's a higher quality and it breathes better, but of course it is more expensive. But this will be fine for this blazer, and the colors are very similar, so I think that they should go together really well in a jacket. And then, as I said, there were no closures, so it doesn't come with buttons or anything, but it did come with this interfacing, and again, it doesn't describe it, but I'm assuming it's some sort of tailoring interfacing, and it does have glue on the back, so it is a fusible. So that's interesting as well. So yeah, I will probably end up sewing that in next month in November, and I'm looking forward to my experience of making another blazer, because to this point I've only ever made one in my entire life, and that was the Mimi G floral blazer that I did a review on last month, and I'll link that up in the cards. But yeah, now I'm going to have another blazer in my wardrobe, so that'll be great. Oh, and it also comes with your standard like sewing machine needle and thread, and I'm not going to unwrap that because that's not super exciting. And then, oh, it does come with these labels. This one says "You are loved." I never use these, but yeah, I'm not a labels person, but I've just been collecting them, and then I don't know, if I have a sewing friend who uses them, I can send them off to them at some point. And then, because in my previous Needlesharp review, I did tell you guys that normally there's candy, and there was not candy in that particular box. Just to prove to you that I'm not crazy, this box did come with candy. This is some sort of Sour Patch thing. I don't eat candy like this, so this is gonna go in the trash, but now I can prove it to you that there is candy in the box usually. And then for the free gift this time, to me these little things like aren't necessary, but they are nice. There's this little reusable bag that has like a girl empowerment theme on it, and then you know, it's just a small little shopping bag, and I'll probably use this for like a knitting bag or something like that. So that is it. That was my Wawak haul and my Needlesharp box for October. If you like this video, I hope that you will hit the like button, and please consider subscribing to my channel. I'll see you again tomorrow.